It happened. I bought a Chromebook. Why would I buy a Chromebook? I bought a Chromebook because it's a Chromebook. I've actually been using Google Chrome as my web browser since like Internet Explorer 6 died years ago. I just found it to work. It's by Father Google, you know, where the YouTube money's at and all that kind of great stuff. So I figured, why not? This one happens to be an Asus brand. Yes, it's upside down because when you buy laptops now, the brand has to be upside down so that way you can see the correct Apple in its correct orientation when you open the lid. Because when you open this, then it says the right way. So everybody else has to suffer and read it upside down, the one who actually bought it, so you can advertise for the company. So it's a Chromebook. This is a 14-inch one. It's the base model El Cheapo laptop, Chromebook rather. It's got a plain old USB port, a USB-C port. USB-C? I don't use anything with USB-C. That's way too new. And it's all thin and light. And over here, it's got another USB-C port, and it has another USB port, a headphone out port, which is a great thing to see. And I think that's for a micro SD card. Because, of course, we all want to carry little, tiny, tiny, tiny cards that you can't even hold in your damn fingers to put in there. And then once you get it in there, you got to use your, like, thumbnail to get it to click in and hope that you didn't insert it the wrong way and it let you. And then it's stuck in the machine forever. So this is it. Model and all that great stuff right here for anybody who cares. Big deal. And over here are your speaker grills, 4 rubber feet on it. Wow. So here it is open. A keyboard, a horrible mouse pad. Keyboard has no key travel. You know, I mean, it's enough to say hi. You know, that's about it. So that's as good as the keyboard goes. Way oversized Control and Alt keys, whatever. Power button is part of the keyboard. So we press that. And it turns on. It says Chrome. And within a few seconds, there's the login screen. And obviously, sorry, you can't read the usernames. I'm going to go log in. It's a big blue screen, or a little blue screen. Big, big deal. So at the bottom you have Google Chrome, you have Google Mail, I guess that's Google Docs or something, YouTube, and the Google Play Store. Yes, this can run Android apps. Why? Because it's not Crapple. It actually can do decent things. You know, for a semi-mobile / hybrid computer type sort of thing. It's not all horrible. I mean, it definitely does work and works well. Sorry, kiddies, it updates just like a phone automatically. Yeah, you can turn it off, but it's going to update itself and want to update itself, and this is the world we live in now. Pretty soon, when you're done driving your car and you have to get out because you're going to be late for an appointment, the car is going to say, sorry, can't stop engine now, can't do anything, installing updates, please wait, and then, of course, finally, when it's done, the engine will shut off, you'll go to your appointment to come out and find that your car doesn't start anymore because the update's crashed. The world we live in now. Get used to it, folks. It's not going away. I don't like it either. It used to be years ago where you would turn the computer on, you'd have a flashing cursor, and then you'd have to open this thing called a book and figure out what the fuck to do next, because it damn sure wasn't going to tell you. And if you try typing hello or trying to interact with it like you would a human, it would just tell you syntax error, which would confuse the ever-loving fuck out of you, or it would tell you bad command or file name. It just said bad to you, like bad dog, you know? Yeah, computers were a lot less friendly, but at least they did only what you told them to, rather than what they fucking felt like doing. Rant over. Fortunately, you can plug a mouse in. This happens to be a wired one because it's handy, and it's here, and it's just a cheap mouse, and the mouse moves around, and it does all kinds of great stuff. Yay, hooray, and that's it. Now, of course, if you wanted to type on this thing, that's a problem too, but there's a very easy solution to that. So all you do is you just take your Chromebook and you replace the keyboard. And now it's all set. And it actually works too. So what can you actually do with a Chromebook? Well, think of it this way. Think of it as an internet terminal, or something like a phone or a tablet that has a real keyboard and trackpad on it, that you can actually add on real peripherals. That's what it is. That's what it does. Now, it's not a bad thing at all, because you have the power of Google behind it. If you hate Google, well, you shouldn't even be bothering watching this video. When you hear Chrome, you know Google is in the mix. So anyways, you know, you have your Google Drive, whatever they give you, like 5 gig of storage or something like that. It's enough to get started, certainly. Way more than we had back in the day, you know, 25 megabyte total email or 100 megabyte total email and stuff like that. Not on Gmail or anything, but just in general, like back in the dial-up days, and you could never download 100 megabytes in any sort of reasonable time back then. This is what it does. When you turn it on, it opens the browser, and you're going to browse the internet, and you're going to do that stuff. Oh, need to write a report? Well, if you hook a Model M up, it's as good as any other computer. It's got Google Docs on there. And you can go ahead and type stuff and save it as a PDF. You can save it as a docx file that other people in the rest of the world can open up in Microsoft Word. Very, very, very compatible. Oh, Google Slides. Need to make a PowerPoint presentation? Yeah, it can save it in PPT format or pptx format or whatever the fuck they use now with this subscription-based service that used to be a program that Microsoft is doing. Or just use it, you know, for what it is. You can even use that on your Windows computer and not have to pay for all that crap. Google Sheets is there. Need to open an Excel spreadsheet? You can do it. Yeah, it's there. What else can you do? Well, YouTube is a big thing, right? You can do that. You want Fuckbook? You can do Fuckbook. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe you prefer it on your phone. Oh, guess what? There's the Google Play Store there. You can go in there and you can actually get the Fuckbook app. That's right. You can run Android apps on here. Let me show you, for example. In fact, I have what I need all set already. This is about one of the only games I actually play nowadays. It's called Toon Blast. And there it is. It loads up. Just like it does on the tablet. I don't know if there's too much of a glare on the screen. I can't really tell in the camera. It doesn't look too good. Well, I'll try to move the camera. Now, I don't even have myself logged in here. So this is just at the very, very base level. I'm up to level like 4,000 something or other. It's just teaching you what stuff does. but it runs just like it would on the computer. And that's as simple as it gets, really. Let's see. Let's finish this out. Here, we can do that. And what else do we need? Oh, wow, we won. But now you can actually use a mouse with this, which is incredibly, incredibly convenient. And that's really nice instead of having to deal with a touch screen. And then, you know, you can just close it out, and you're done, and you're back. And you can do anything else you want, as long as you don't want to actually do any kind of real work. What kind of real work? Well, I don't know. I run a lot of Windows applications in addition to my daily, you know, going on YouTube and doing stuff like that. And one of particular importance to me is Video Editor program that I use. That's not going to run on here. Plain and simple. It's just not. Doesn't mean it is a useless machine. It just isn't for me. And it does have a little bit of a saving grace in that regard, where you can use the Chrome Remote Desktop and it'll connect up to a Windows PC that you already have set up with it and turned on, and that way you can access everything on there and do whatever you need. You need some files. It may do file transfer. I haven't even played with that, but you can certainly remote in to your Windows desktop or laptop or whatever and upload stuff from there to Google Drive, which you can then access right on here and have that PowerPoint presentation, that document, that spreadsheet, that JPEG, that anything you needed. Now, like I said, this does run Android stuff, so if you wanted to use an Android app to actually edit video, there's nothing that's really going to stop you from doing that if you're just looking for simple stuff. It can be done, but it's not a full-blown computer. It's great for what it is, which, like I said, is basically an internet terminal. Now, many years ago, back in the days of dial-up and stuff like that, 90% of what I did on the computer was on the computer. Now, in this day and age, 90% of what I do on the computer is on the internet, and the other 10% is on the computer itself. So needs have changed over the years, and as such, well, we have things like this. Not a bad machine for just that. Just need to go on there and that. It basically, if you're a fucking cell phone, smartphone junkie, this would be, especially an Android user. If you're an iPhone user, just go fuck yourself already. In fact, you already did. But barring that, if you're an Android user, this is a natural upgrade path from there. Hey, I don't have money for a real computer, but I want a real computer. Well, you can now have the form factor of a real computer with the benefit of a lot of apps that are available on the Google Play Store that run on an Android device. So it's very handy for that. It's slim, it's lightweight, the battery lasts fucking forever. On this here, it says that it has 10 hours and 31 minutes remaining. 10 hours and 31 minutes remaining. This is the charging cable for it. It's USB-C, and it's not plugged in, and it's on. It's running, and it is fully charged, but 10 hours. Now, you're not getting 10 and a half hours out of it. If you get 8 hours, well, you certainly got your money's worth out of that charge. But phenomenal battery life for fucking around like that. And that's if you use it constantly. Even your phone, you keep shoving in your ass crack and pulling back out. Got to freshen up all the shit on your phone. Oh, wait, it does that automatically over the internet. Anyways, you know, you're putting it away, taking it back out, putting it away, taking it back out. You're not using this constantly, so you can just shut the screen. You can have it just go to sleep. And you'd be surprised, this charge might, depending on your usage, might last you a couple days. So it's a very handy device. It's not for me. It's not something I can use on a daily basis. If I'm going away overnight, this is a natural choice. Just so I can access everything on the internet and stuff like that, this is a natural choice for that. Not having to carry around my ancient Windows laptop that's old and slow. It's got a better keyboard on it, one you could actually type on, and I don't think you're really going to be packing a Model M away in a suitcase too easily. But it is definitely a worthwhile machine. Like I said, this is a 14-inch, $249 Chromebook, okay? This is about as bare bones, cheap as you can get, and it's more than plenty for everything. They have models out there you can spend $600, $700, $800 or even more on a Chromebook. On a Chromebook that does the internet? Really? I don't see a need for any of that. And they have bigger screens and touch screens. Gotta have touch, because I never understood that. Let me go, and I don't want to even do it, but let me go and poke at this thing. Do you see it bounce? Do you see it bounce every time? Why do you want to be touching this thing? It's going to bounce. If you're using your phone, well, this thing is anchoring it. And yeah, your arm moves, but everything moves kind of in unison as you tap on stuff there, like that. So why the fuck you'd ever want a touch screen on a laptop, I honestly don't know. But people like that stupid shit, so they make it. So all around, it definitely has its merits. And like I said, pretty much anything you can do on the internet, you can pretty much do on here. For that kind of money, it's almost foolish not to own one. And it does other stuff. You can do, especially now with Calderona, you can do your teleconferencing. It's got a stupid webcam built in. Is it any kind of like fucking iPhone 3 cameras in the hopes that one of the damn things works thing? No. What does it do? I don't know, 720p maybe? 1080? Sure. It's enough to get it to work, you know? It does what it needs to do. It's a base model machine, and for what it does do, it absolutely excels at it. And it actually puts Windows machines to shame in a lot of cases. Everything is integrated. It's built in. It booted up in like fucking 8 seconds. Battery life 10.5 hours, regardless of, you know, real world. Just like a car, you know, 25 miles per gallon highway, 20 in the city, you get 18, and that's as good as it gets. Yeah, because they're all bullshit numbers. You're not getting no 10.5 hours, but like I said, if you get something reasonable, that's still a hell of a good battery life that you're not going to get out of a Windows machine. So why is this actually here? It's a present for the whiff. She wanted it, and I looked into it, and I had kind of been toying around with the idea, and I'm very happy with the purchase, and it does everything, like I said, that it aspires to do, and not much more than that. And if you are basically somebody who uses the internet pretty much all the time, and that's all you do, which is generally what anybody who's always on their phone does, well, it's a great machine for you. Google Hangouts runs on there. You can text from that to other Hangouts users. You can do video chats with them. Any of the Google suite of applications runs on there, which is for the most part compatible with the rest of the world. It's got a lot going for it. It really does. There's a few things that I would like to see changed, such as the ability to run Windows applications maybe in a limited mode, or it wouldn't run particularly fast. And there may actually be emulators out there that can do that, but it's how much do you want to tax a Celeron processor? You know, and then at that point you're in the $5, $6, $7, $800 range. Just get a Windows laptop. But like I said, for what it does, it's definitely a great buy, and that is why I considered and ultimately purchased a Chromebook. So hopefully this video helped you out in your decision on Chromebook or not. If it did help you, please consider clicking the like and subscribe buttons. That lets me know I did a good job making this video, and I can continue to provide them for you. Have a great day. It happened. I bought a Chromebook. Alliant? What did you come by for? Did you want to book with the Chrome? I think he wants the window open. Oh God, he's purring and sticking his X at me. Oh dear. What? What the hell is going on? Damn. What are you doing? Interrupting the video as usual.